I absolutely love to see how objects evolved and developed over the years, and every type of object always does. And in this case, I have a wonderful selection of 17th and 18th century objects of virtue. To be more specific, they are all sewing related objects. They are chatelaines, they are etuis, they are drizzlers' cases. So to start with, let's look in the 17th century, and as we've touched upon before, these are called little drizzler cases, and they did the job of a later etui holding the scissors and needles. Now they're very simple objects, just made of two parts, and they were often sewn onto the lady's dress via chains or sometimes rope. Now if we move into the 18th century, we look at these little chatelaines. Now, being more specific, let's look at the scissors case, and if you look, it has a very geometric design. The hinges are very boxy, and that's very typical of the early 18th century. Everything is very square and boxy, and you can see that in the little thimble cases as well. Very square. The hinges are often called box hinges, and this starts to disappear really quite early on. So from about 1735, things started to change, and if we look at this little child etui, which also dates from the 1730s, we can see it's beginning to change already. The scissors case itself is becoming a lot more rounded. The hinges are starting to curve round, and we can see that in the little needle cases as well. If we fast forward even more, we can go to the 1740s, where Baroque and grandeur had exploded in a whole different type of way. And if we look at this, I just take it out of the case, this is very, very grand. We see these flowing lines, still traces of the box hinge there, but we see on the etui it is completely different. It is organic, it's over the top, and we start to see classical scenes starting to enter on these decorative forms. We see here a classical Greek scene, and also on the etui. Now if we go into the mid-18th century, into the 1750s and 60s, it gets even more grander, and this chatelaine and etui in its original box is one of the grandest I've ever seen. The end almost looks like a unicorn horn. It's so over the top, and it is so interesting to see how we go from a very simple etui or drizzling case all the way to this Baroque masterpiece.